Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Charlotte Hornets because they got one move that I think they really need to make that could catapult them into being contenders to win the Eastern Conference. That's how big this guy could be for them, because they truly have one huge hole on their roster, and that is down in the paint at the center position. We've needed a center, it feels like, since Alonzo Mourning left. Mason Plumlee, he's not really cutting it this year. I mean, he's not been terrible, but so far for us, he's averaging 6.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Shooting at 62% from the field. Those aren't great numbers, especially for a team trying to make the playoffs. When you look at our defensive numbers, he's not really holding down the paint whatsoever. We do have Kai Jones, a rookie that we traded back into the first round for. I think potentially he could be probably the answer on down the road, but I mean, right now he's 21. He's a very raw prospect. Even coming out of Texas, he was one of the most raw prospects in the draft. So hopefully our developmental team can work with him. James Borrego, big talent developer guy. So hopefully, eventually, he'll be able to play a part of the rotation. I don't see that happening this year, which is why I think we need to go out and get Myles Turner. Now, there was just a wrench thrown into things. Myles Turner is out until past the trade deadline with a stress reaction. So the team that goes out and gets him will need to do some big-time research into that. But I feel like if you're the Hornets, you can go ahead and make this move. You can wait till the offseason so we know more about the injury, but you can also go ahead and make the move now. Now, Myles Turner anchoring our defense, I think that could help us out so much. I mean, especially when you look at the fact that our defense is ranked 30th in the NBA. I mean, he's not a guy that's going to go out and get 20 a game, but he'll get 13, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And that's what he's averaging this year. Last year, he averaged 3.5 blocks. Looking at what the trade would be like, obviously, the Pacers would be giving up Myles Turner. The Hornets, I feel like at this point we have to give up P.J. Washington. I mean, he hasn't been playing great lately, but he hasn't been playing bad either. Right now, he's averaging 10 points per game, shooting at 44% from the field, 40% from 3, also grabbing 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, a steal, and a block per game. So, I mean, he's pretty efficient. Doesn't get the most shots, but he's a good defender off the bench, can play a lot of positionless basketball as well. He's played a lot of small ball 5 over his years in Charlotte. We'd also have to probably throw in Jalen McDaniels, who is a good young player. The Pacers said they wanted 2 promising young players and picks. So Jalen McDaniels, 24 years old, averaging 6.5 points per game, shooting at 50% from the field, 37% from 3. If he gets a little bit more of an opportunity, he could definitely be a guy that has a breakout year. And then we'd also have to throw in, maybe a couple picks, which that would deplete our draft capital by a lot. But when you look at this roster with Myles Turner, you've got LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier. That's a great young guard duo. Or Terry's not as young anymore, but you also got Miles Bridges, Gordon Hayward, who's been unusually healthy this year, and then the 25-year-old Myles Turner anchoring down the paint. That's a good lineup. I mean, you got 3 guys in there less than 25 years old in Melo, Miles, and Miles. Oh, we got 2 Miles now. Just thought about that. The bench wouldn't be that bad either. Ish Smith, James Bouknight at the guard spots. Eventually, hopefully, James Bouknight can come off the bench at the guard spot. Also got Cody Martin. Thank the Lord, Cody Zeller's gone. Cody Martin, Kelly Oubre, and Mason Plumlee. Now, if the Hornets are able to pick up Myles Turner, I feel like that takes us from the 7th seed where we currently are at 24-20 into the top 5 in the East. I mean, this is a team that is 29th in terms of opponents' points per game, 26th in defensive rating. We are top 5 in both offensive categories. Can't talk. And that includes being 2nd in points per game. So we got an elite offense. Add Myles Turner and even bring the defense up into the 20s. And that's great. I mean, Melo, Miles Bridges, great young offensive duo. Myles Turner, like I said. And then you got the young guys that you can develop eventually. Kai Jones, hopefully, is going to be a rotational piece before long. JT Thor as well. James Bouknight, hopefully he comes along sooner rather than later. 11th overall pick in the draft last year. And then you got your veterans, your wings, and Gordon Hayward, Kelly Oubre, who's back from COVID protocols, Cody Martin, who is leading the league in three-point percentage right now, and then Terry Rozier, who is finally starting to get back from those injuries he had earlier on in the year, which set him back. But I mean, you add Myles Turner to this team, and it becomes a legit contender. Jalen McDaniels, of course, and P.J. Washington going to be gone. Those are two good pieces of our young core. But once they're in Indiana and Indiana's in a full rebuild mode, I feel like those guys become, add 5 or 6 points to their average, with the snap of a finger almost. Now, would we be contenders? I think so. Like I said, I think we'd be a top 4 to 5 seed in the East with Myles Turner. I'm telling you, people are going to be like, no, there's no way. But our offense is top 5, second in points per game, 5th in offensive rating. It's our defense that is holding us back. And, I mean, we just have no rim protection, no inside defense at all. It's sad. I mean, Mason Plumlee, he's doing his best out there, but he's not. It's not really his fault either. He's not built for it. But bringing in Myles Turner, that turns us into a top 4 or 5 seed in the East. Y'all let me know your thoughts down below. Am I just being a delusional Hornets fan that's finally excited that we got some players, or what? Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point, and make sure to leave a comment down below like I said. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.